Hello guys, welcome to the first stream that I ever do on this channel. So yeah, let's get right into the things that we will do in this stream. Yeah, I just had an idea to stream some things, to watch together some YouTube videos. So yeah, I set up all of this today and yesterday. I asked a couple of friends if the sound was loud enough for you guys to hear me, if the music is good and things like that. So yeah, let's see. Let me turn on my capture and let's go to the first. Let's go to the first video. I think this is the first one we will watch together. So let me turn off the music. And wait, let me close the video so they don't. Okay. Yeah, this is the first one that we will watch together. Let me open my chat. 34 reasons why we're so hyped for Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, this video sounds familiar to me.
Cyberpunk has been the most talked about game, not just within 2020, but also within the last couple of years. So
yeah, from 2013 you can say.
Different reasons of why players are just so hyped to get their hands on Cyberpunk 2077. Before I do get into the video, if you do want to see me streaming this game live when it does finally drop, not within November.
I'm also streaming live. Weird.
There is a link in the description down below which will take you over to the Twitch stream. Drop a follow there and you'll be notified when I go live with Cyberpunk.
That was 60 FPS.
34 different reasons of why we are so hyped for Cyberpunk.
Okay, let's see. What do you got, bro?
In development for a very long time. We got our first teaser trailer back in 2013. And for a very long time.
And it is released in the first talked about this in 2012 even. So they are busy on this for 8 years right now, and I think in the first couple of years there were only like 50 people working on it, so not the full team, but later on the full team worked on it.
Many trailers as well as many gameplay videos which is just built on that hype. But to go all the way back to 2013, and that's when we first got our trailer, there was a very small team starting development on this game within 2013 and also 2012. So a very long time of development. The next reason is that there is a lot of lore.
Number 2.
Originally, Cyberpunk was a pen and paper RPG, and this game was designed.
Oh, there's so much lore in this game. It's insane.
So there was already many years of lore backing this game up, which was found.
And with this live streams, you will see a lot more lore
that CD Projekt Red can build on. This game will be on next gen. The game will be released on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4.
That's why it got delayed.
And on top of this,
sad story.
Red have confirmed that if you buy it on Xbox One or PlayStation 4, you will get a free upgrade to the next gen console.
Always the good company, just always.
PlayStation 5. If you got it on Xbox One, you'll be able to get it on Xbox Series X or Series S. Next up, you can.
Oh, and we got the first ads. Nice.
Customization is broken down.
Maybe I should install ad blocker for this kind of streams, but I'm not that well prepared.
Down to a number of different presets that the player can choose. So you can change up the face, hair, scars, eyes, eye color, nose, mouth, jaw.
Character customization is insane in this game.
In addition to changing up your character's appearance, you can also change up your character's clothing, which will have an effect on thee. Clothing is important for your character to look good, but also provides chemical resistance, physical resistance, thermal resistance, electrical resistance, and there is also a benefit in which it will link into an XP system, which is street cred. So you can get an item of clothing which will give you a certain percentage of increase in street cred. There's a huge variation in the types of weapon loadouts that you can have because of how many weapons there are. When choosing your weapon loadout, you can choose
so many weapons,
tech weapons, power weapons,
and most of them a couple of them they didn't show. The troubles, I saw in the deep dive one trouble, I think, some kind of knife. Weapons mods, they didn't show almost anything about it, and attachments. So those three in the bottom, bottom left corner. Yes, you guys can see that. Actually, I'm blocking the guns that they showed a lot of footage of. Yeah, a lot, most of the footage. And the things that they didn't show as much, I'm not blocking with my face cam, so hell yeah.
There is also attachments and modifications for each of these weapons, and for every single weapon that you find or buy, it can vary between common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. And on top of having these weapons, you can also change your melee weapons, cyberware, and throwables. And some of these areas can also be broken down into other areas. For example, cyberware can be broken down to offensive cyberware and also defensive cyberware. All of this is up for you to change. So you get to pick the weapons that you want and use
this
them
game, it's just insane.
As this is a role
How much customization you can do.
become more experienced with these weapons the more you use them. At the beginning of the game, V is a small-time mercenary and transforms into a legend within Night City as you progress through the game. So V will become more proficient using these weapons. This includes reload times being shorter, V's accuracy improves, faster aiming time, move faster with your weapon. Everything becomes more in your control, making you that much better as a mercenary. We did briefly talk about it with the weapons, but cyberware needs to have its own category. This is what...
Oh yeah, it has to.
Cyberware is massive within the game and can completely change up everything. We've already talked about how you can choose between offensive cyberware and defensive cyberware.
This is also the most immersive part of the whole game.
There are many Ripper
The
dogs
Ripper
that operate legally, but some conduct illicit deals, such as installing military-grade cybernetics for the right price. And this is done illegally. And to make all of these weapons feel absolutely amazing, as well as the cyberware, throwables, any type of melee weapons, and to give it that real nice feel to the game, a brutal combat system is part of Cyberpunk. We've already seen that in some of the gameplay as well as some of the trailers that have been released, and it looks absolutely amazing. There is a huge variation in vehicles within Cyberpunk. Originally, there was planned to be vehicle customization.
Oh, rip. I saw so many people that just are like, why did they not make vehicle customization possible? But who knows, guys, maybe, and girls, maybe one day the DLC will release and then we can finally customize the cars. Maybe it's a free DLC. Maybe it's probably a paid one. How much work it needs to have. It takes a really long time, especially in this kind of games.
Whatever vehicle they want, and then they can upgrade it. But unfortunately, CD Projekt Red had to cut back on this, but they did make a number of different assets that could be used for the vehicles. So now you can buy into already customized vehicles, and you can get some very, very good looking vehicles in this game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also been highlighted with Cyberpunk 2077. CD Projekt Red have always said that races will be coming to Cyberpunk, but with a slight twist. We've recently found out with Night City Wire episode 4 that this slight twist sounds very much like death races, but with how much effort we know CD Projekt Red have put into the vehicles, we can very
I even didn't know this one. That the races were death races.
Cyberpunk is choosing your own path, and one way you're allowed to do this is by choosing a life path at the beginning. This will change up the introduction and will have lasting effect on V.
This is also so insane if you look at how much stuff they made.
Each one giving you a very different introduction. With choosing your own path, CD Projekt Red have also added...
Hey, Avatar Sims, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Your choice in life path at the beginning.
Oh, before I continue, can you now follow the stream without the buffering and the loading? And how loud is the sound loud enough for you to follow it?
Depending who you are talking to. So if you pick Street Kid at the beginning, you'll have more dialogue options talking to gang members. Whereas if you pick Corp at the beginning, you'll have...
I'm doing fine. Hell yeah, on YouTube. Yes, I know. I think everybody can see that.
The higher your reputation is in the world of Cyberpunk, the more you unlock with missions, street vendors, and also dialogue options.
Oh yeah, this is some like Far Cry mechanic.
You can choose your own life path and have a branch in dialogue. There needs to be consequences in place, otherwise those things just wouldn't matter. CD Projekt Red have also said that there will be some tough choices to make within Cyberpunk. One example is getting legendary weapons. These legendary weapons are only used by main characters in the game.
And you have to kill them.
To either kill that character to get that
Yeah.
weapon, or you let that character live because you like that character.
Hard choices to make.
Giving you other missions within the future. The choice is all yours. With these life paths and
Okay, wait, let me make the volume a little bit louder, because for me also it's not that loud. Okay, let me put it on -5. Let's see how this works.
Dialogue and also your choices.
Yeah, this is probably a lot louder
CD
now.
Projekt Red have finally paired all of that up to have multiple endings. So the choices that you pick will lead your character down a path which will be different to the choices that I pick. And it'll be exciting to see what type of endings this game has. Side missions play a big part within the game.
Oh, this part also. Look how realistic this looks. The bars.
Will be available and will distract
so much detail.
And for those of you that did play Witcher 3, the same quest system that was in that game will be in Cyberpunk. Except
10 times as big.
So that there should be some more good stuff. Romance options are within the game.
Oh, I don't know if this is allowed.
Romance a number of characters available within Night City.
He cut the part of the naked man though, so that's something.
Your character must meet specifications in order to romance certain characters.
That's also really realistic.
Certain life paths, which are chosen at the beginning of the game. This can also link into your character customization. So depending whether you chose a male or female voice would also decide whether or not a character will find you attractive. Some characters will not be romanceable and others will simply go both ways no matter the player's choice. So there's going to be a huge
I don't know if I can stream this when the game releases. The romancing, I don't think so.
And while The Witcher 3 may have a bigger map in terms of footprint,
I'm going to do it still offline. So just saying.
It failed to utilize vertical space, with massive buildings and skyscrapers, which Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be filled to the brim with. So it will not take
this shot also is so...
one side of the map all the way to the other.
Look at this.
With this, we're also talking about verticality. Whilst you're trying to go from one side of the map to the other, there'll be a number of different elevators which can take you to different floors, and with each floor there will be so much to explore. A dynamic weather system will be within the game. This is not that groundbreaking. You see this a lot in open world games, but this just adds to a city being alive. You'll be able to see how the weather will go from sunny.
One thing that he maybe doesn't include in this video is that the weather in Cyberpunk is not like normal weather in this world. There's also really toxic rains. And yes, it's not
stormy weather.
Not safe, I think.
Acid rain within the game.
Oh yeah, acid rains. Okay, he mentioned it.
This is also something very similar to dynamic weather. A lot of open world games.
What do you like the most about Cyberpunk until now? It's probably the size of everything. Just from everything there is so much. I never have seen a game with so much gangs. The world that is so big, so huge. A game that is so vertical. It's just everything in one package, and other things are insane in the package. That's what I could see from the footage so far. I haven't played the game, so you never know, but if the footage doesn't lie that much, it would be pretty insane.
Already take advantage.
I don't know, maybe we will have toxic rains in the future. We already have them actually, because that's why some old statues get destroyed if they stand out in the open for too long. But not as extreme as in this game. So yeah, hopefully not.
Variation, and we'll just give it a more immersive experience. NPCs have day-to-day lives. Cyberpunk has a huge number of NPCs within.
Oh yeah, and this thing is also so cool. You have a couple of games that are doing this, so that's just random people on the streets do things that normal people will do, but it takes a lot of time to make them do that, and they have 1,000 different things that they can do. That's insane to make.
Daily lives that they need to attend to. It means
there was just probably a team of maybe 10 to 50 people just doing for a couple of years. Next thing they can do. Next thing they can do. It's insane. 1,000.
You're not going to see the same two exact same looking NPCs walking side by side on the street. A lot of these NPCs have been handcrafted, and each one has a specific thing that they
handcrafted. It's insane. You have to see it like this. They maybe are working like 1 or 2 days for only one of those handcrafted persons.
to do. Once you add all of this together, this is the variation in weather, time of day, NPCs, vehicles, side missions available. It brings a fully in-depth and alive city like no
You know
other.
if we will still see animals on the street. In the 48 minutes demo, there was a cat on the street and they confirmed that you can pet them. So yeah, I think they are still in the game. Because I don't know how long ago that is that they confirmed that, but I heard that you can pet animals. And there was one cat on the streets. I don't know how that cat is still on the streets because they are really expensive. Maybe it's a robot cat? I'm not sure.
That there will be no loading screens within Cyberpunk after the initial load. This allows you to move seamlessly throughout the world. You go to a building and you can walk straight through the front door without having to wait
no loading screens.
Just so you can enter. And for those of you that will question, well,
sounds lovely with the
there's
cat.
probably going to be an even longer loading screen at the beginning. You also have to bear in mind that this game will be on next-gen consoles. So if you're
I'm happy that I'm playing on PC and we have SSDs and those load really fast.
I've already briefly mentioned it in a few other areas, but Street Cred is one of the XP systems that will unlock more content within the game. This could be vendors, cyberware, dialogue options, or even items or clothing. It is very important within the world. The other XP system is your overall rank, and every time you rank up, you will be rewarded with a skill.
No loading screens indeed. No
tree.
loading streets. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. No loading streets, because that would be a really big bug. That would make the game unplayable if the streets won't load. So yes, I'm happy that is a typo and not in the game, hopefully.
CD Projekt Red have confirmed a photo mode will be available within Cyberpunk 2077. I
think that's the photo mode. That's the one where they make a lot of screenshots for the game.
To capture very cool events that happen within Cyberpunk. And also linking this to what I've been saying previously in some previous points, the world is alive. And there's so much to explore despite it being a smaller map than The Witcher 3. There's going to be a number of different things that you want to take pictures of which just are weird and wacky, or just something cool and amazing. You want to show that off either being on Twitter, Instagram, or just to your friends. Keanu Reeves is in the game. This is probably been the #1 headline for quite some time. Keanu plays as Johnny Silverhand, and the reveal of E3 2019 blew everyone away. And just as an extra point, Keanu Reeves' custom motorcycle company is also within
the game allows mods, so
motorcycle,
and also cheats, so
bike and ride around on it. Sound is very.
I think some hacker could do it.
Projekt Red. They could have very easily cheaped out on the music for the game, but they went above and beyond. Johnny Silverhand plays for a band called Samurai, and CD Projekt Red got Refused to play the music. Refused are a real-life hardcore punk band originated from Sweden. You also have Lizzie Wizzy in the game.
So much attention to detail.
City's top celebrity. This character is played by Grimes, who is a Canadian singer, songwriter, record producer, and visual artist. And I'm sure with getting someone like that in to do the voiceover, that we're definitely going to hear some sort of music from her. So we see that music is very important. And we also know that CD Projekt Red went above and beyond for the vehicles within the game, because they recorded over 40 different vehicles. And this isn't just
I watched this live. This was awesome.
In a straight line. We're talking about going around different types of corners at different speeds. The cars braking, doors opening, doors closing, windows opening, windows closing, cars starting up, the UI buttons.
Congrats on receiving 100 messages. Wait, what? Am I missing something? 100 messages? On your previous chats? Wait, what? Did I miss something? I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Let's continue, I guess.
You can get every single one of these sounds, mix them up, and have a number of different vehicles with a number of different.
Oh, and another ad. Sorry guys.
Making each car unique within the game.
I have
This
to
is the
install
level
ad
that
blocker.
CD Projekt Red have gone to for sound within Cyberpunk. DLC is planned for Cyberpunk. Future DLC has been confirmed.
Oh yeah. Please car customization. Please, please maybe that we can explore the space. That we can go into space and explore that. That would be crazy.
Has been said so far, it looks like there will be 2 major DLCs which will most likely be paid DLC, similar to what we had with The Witcher 3. But there will also be free
I'm probably
DLCs
going to
come
buy
out,
them
and this
if
will
they are
most
good.
likely be new clothing options, some side quests. But free content we're gonna be taking all day long. For those of you that are hyped for this game or want to see a multiplayer version, multiplayer is coming to Cyberpunk. It just won't be coming to
In space with cars.
2077. It will be
I don't know if Elon Musk would allow that, but it could be possible. Now it's with the space with a rocket ship, the spaceship. They actually, you can see that on some of the footage, a rocket going straight through the air into space. So it's in the lore, but as far as I know, it's not in the game now, but maybe in a DLC or maybe with the free DLC. Or maybe they just added it and it's for us to discover by ourselves.
For a AAA project, which is actually in the works as we speak, and it is penciled in for release in 2022.
Did you also play The Witcher 3? No, I didn't.
Release all of the single player content for Cyberpunk 2077, and then that's when the Cyberpunk
I like the Middle Ages, but to be honest, I like Cyberpunk more.
multiplayer will start being advertised, and we'll probably get a release date at that point.
But I watched the series on Netflix.
That's still a couple years within the making. But even without having any information about this, there's already a lot of hype.
Oh, this shot was also
You
like...
can now do a non-lethal run within Cyberpunk. Originally you couldn't do this, but after many fans begged for a non-lethal run within the game, CD Projekt Red have...
Oh yeah, you can play the game without killing
rounds to every
without
single
killing
weapon,
everyone.
so that now you can have a playthrough without killing a single enemy. As
Yeah,
a role-playing
hell yeah.
game, it comes down to choice.
Maybe
And then
something
have the
for you,
option of
Avatar
what you want
Sims?
to do. This also highlights how CD Projekt
Non-lethal
Red do
playthrough.
listen to the fans and are willing to change things just to make players happy. There will be no microtransactions within Cyberpunk. This was confirmed quite some time back, but it's still good to talk
Mwah,
about it.
God's
For you to
work.
get the best weapons,
God's
the best
work, man.
cyberware, clothing,
Mwah.
and any other items.
No
you need to play
microtransactions.
the game. You can't just buy money just to get around it. You see games that do.
You have to
implement
play this game to
microtransactions
get
which
things
is linked
done.
into the currency. What they would do is make everything 1,000 times
You
harder.
do not
to
also
think
have to kill
encourage.
anyone to finish the game, you mean? Yeah, they say that you can do that. So you can use some kind of bullets that don't kill people. Or use some other things.
Players to buy those microtransactions. This seems to be something that CD Projekt Red are trying to avoid. Delays have also played a part within the hype.
Oh,
Delays are
no.
not something we enjoy hearing about.
I hate the
Every
screen.
time the game does get
I don't
delayed,
want to see it.
expectations are raised.
No.
for the game. This might not actually necessarily be a good thing. I imagine some people have really
I hate the
unrealistic
screen so much. I don't
expectations at
want
this point
to
because
look at
of
it.
how many times this game has been delayed. But every single time that we get so
How long
close
will
to the
this-
game and it just
Stop
eventually
talking
gets
about
delayed,
this. I don't
you get
like
fans
it.
that are angry, but you also get fans that just really can't wait to finally get their hands on it. And
Yes,
finally, the
that's me.
34th reason
Ah,
why we're
okay,
so
it's
hyped,
safe
the game
again.
just generally looks good, and because this game overlaps in so many areas with everything that I've just spoken about in this video, of course it would lead to a game where everything just looks amazing. And this is why it's been the most talked about game for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it just
Because of
is
the
the
attention to
total
detail in
package
so
is
many
just a
different
lot.
areas. And yes, because of time constraints, CD Projekt Red have had to cut back on certain things. But a lot of the work that they've put in, we will still be able to see. And that's got so many fans excited.
It
But
would
anyway, guys,
it
those
would be
are
a
my
nightmare if
4
they
different
would not
reasons on
release
why
it
players
until
are hyped for Cyberpunk
2077.
If I have missed anything and there's a specific reason why you're
Probably
so hyped for
by
the game,
then it's
let me know in
outdated
the
like a
comment
lot.
section down below. If you do want to catch up and just talk more about Cyberpunk,
Then
or
we have in real life
play
brain
Cyberpunk
dance
when it
games
is
probably.
released, there is links in the description down below.
Okay, that's the first
A number-
video. Let me give this man a like. And let me promote myself by typing hell yeah. All right, let's go into the next video. Let's see. We have a lot of delayed videos because let's watch this one. It's about Netwatch. I don't know if you know much about it, Officer Sims, but they are like fighting the hackers of Night City that want to free the bad AIs or something like that. And you know this channel.
2077.
Do you have a crush on Judy from Cyberpunk? She is not ugly, I have to admit.
The net is a dangerous place. It is house for malicious AI systems, and its very own existence threatens the world as we know it. Netwatch is the last line
Let me make the sound for myself a little bit louder. So, it's not louder for you on the stream, but only for me. So that's really easy to manage it.
On this strange frontier, so come with me and I'll explain to you who they are.
Alright, let's skip this.
Corresponding increase in the number of computer crimes. The organizations
I just put it on 4K, why not?
Private company in the European Union and slowly increase its influence to
wait, let me go back a little bit.
Private
Would you like the Voodoo Boys also? I don't know, I don't trust them.
Company in
this footage, the deep dive video, I don't trust those guys anymore, actually.
European Union and slowly increase. Netwatch was formed in response to development of the net and the corresponding increase in the number of computer crimes. The organization started as a private company in the European Union and slowly increased its influence to be counted among the most powerful organizations of the whole world. In the original Cyberpunk 2020 lore, the Netwatch was formed in 2013. However, in Cyberpunk 2077, the founding date has been changed to 1991. Netwatch official mission is to protect the net against cyber criminal activity, keeping it safe from business and communication. They are in charge of locating and eliminating unlicensed or rogue intelligence systems, arresting law-breaking netrunners, and more. Local divisions of Netwatch are heavily financed by governments and other corporations, benefiting for a high degree of independence and top-notch equipment. Rumor has it that their operatives are well-versed in conventional combat and cyber warfare, and they have access to restricted anti-personnel and tracking software that includes the infamous Black Eyes. Intrusion countermeasures,
Black Eyes,
electronics, or just ICE is a term used in cyberpunk literature to refer to security programs which protect computerized data from being accessed by hackers. In the cyberpunk lore, Black Eyes is an autonomous offensive program that can fry a real brain. This was first
I know this, what he's talking about. He showed this CD Projekt showed this in what was it? The first E3 2018 footage. They showed those guys and you can see their eyes burning like, you know? Ah, okay. So that's a program that does that.
The 2018 trailer where a guy is getting his brain fried during a suborbital flight.
Yeah, that's...
Although Netwatch's authority is vast, it varies depending on the world's region. In the United States, they are free to roam, feared by cyberpunks and corporations alike as dreaded boogeymen and net hellhounds. In the Pacifica region, especially in Australia.
That sounds scary that the Voodoo Boys can do that. I don't know if they can do that because in that video that they showed 2 years ago, it was not the Voodoo Boys, but I think that girl from Dexter Deshawn. You know, the dude with the dreads and the gold arm. I think that was her, but I'm not sure. It was at least a girl, and it didn't look like the Voodoo Boys. So also other people can do that. I can't remember anymore. It's just a really small clip in there and that they show.
Australia and New Zealand, their actions are more restricted due to local regulations. In Cyberpunk 2077, one of Netwatch's goals included keeping people from penetrating the Black Wall, a virtual wall believed to keep free AIs from breaking through and causing mayhem. As expected, they are at odds with the Voodoo Boys, who wish to break down the Black Wall with the belief that the AIs would help them and humanity itself. Hopefully, in a couple of weeks, we will all be roaming around Night City and maybe even probing the dark secrets of the net. If you enjoy...
Oh yeah, and one more thing that he shows really well here is that this cybernetics that this, I don't know, this human has installed, they are to prevent that your neural system doesn't overheat. So if you go in advanced hacking and you don't have this, yeah, the things in your back, they will burn, and then you will be dead also. So if you want to do advanced hacking, you need this cyberware. Otherwise, it would be just not safe enough. And that's why in the deep dive video, you had to go into an ice bath to cool down your body even more. Wonder if we could fry brains. Yeah, actually with this kind of gear, maybe you could. I'm not sure. But I know that this kind of gear is like tier 4 or tier 5. And there are 5 tiers and the 5th tier is the highest. So this is really high shit gear. Alright, you get the like also. My Edge Runner Cold. I like his videos a lot actually. Okay, what will be the next video? We have a couple of delays. Oh, I want to also react to this one first. Reacting to the best Cyberpunk 2077 delay memes. Let's go. Oh, wait. Let's close this one. Look at how many there are already. Oh, this dude, I saw him so many times on the Cyberpunk YouTube. Okay, nice. Okay, let's just play the video.
I'm gonna start with the tweet from City
Oh, does he look like this? I didn't know he looked like this.
PR. So just watch this poor guy.
Oh, I saw the second one of this. Where
Wait, what does it say? In case you've been wondering how our week went.
Guy.
Oh, I saw the second one of this where it actually worked. So this, I actually needed this for context. So thank you for sharing. So he's trying to make like liquid cheese and like
Yes.
chocolate fountain, and it does not work at all. Oh, this adorable. I'm gonna guess this guy's Korean. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that thing is not safe. I'm not sure if I can safely play Cyberpunk right now.
Into this, and it just fell apart. That's how I feel with my students when I make a beautiful lesson and
That thing is not safe to touch.
just slaps me in the face or reminds me. So CDPR is feeling a little bit bad. They're feeling a little bit of guilt right now. Is that what's going on?
I wonder how the social media guys are feeling, because it's not their fault 100%, and they are the ones who take all the blunt, right?
Oh my god, yeah. I'd never want to work in customer service or in a PR team ever if I can avoid it. Of course,
So
that's
this-
kind of what I do as a teacher when it's parent-teacher conferences. That's like,
Yeah.
okay, here's the customer service calls. I'm gonna let you know how it's going.
That's the plus of teaching at university. You don't have those meetings.
Yeah, they're supposed to be
Damn,
adults.
that got 5 million
okay.
views.
So things are looking a little rough in the PR studios for CDPR.
Yeah.
That's for
Go down
sure.
this rabbit hole. Do it.
So Reddit went crazy with the memes, and I'm gonna show you some of the best Reddit memes that I could find about the delay. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
All right,
Absolutely.
let's do this.
Before we do this, I almost have to comment that the whole reason that you're doing this is because your channel is completely dedicated to Cyberpunk,
Yeah,
and then they delayed it. So you're like, I have to find content because you're.
Yeah, I have to find content too.
At this point.
You literally mean right now.
I'm just re-uploading the same
I
videos.
literally don't have 1 month worth of pre-launch content anymore. So
Yeah, I'm like, there's only so many trailers we can look at. I hear it. All right,
all right,
let's see
do
what the
this.
Reddit people have. Oh, that's the Valhalla game, yeah.
Yeah, they're celebrating because of the delay.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk was going to launch like I think it was 5 or 10 days after Valhalla, so now it's 1 month.
Oh man,
Ubisoft is happy again.
Ubisoft.
that's funny. It's
But I love
hilarious.
Texas. So nice.
I didn't even know that's a thing. I'm gonna have to go down that rabbit hole now.
Let's get
Playing a djembe. He's just beating Cyberpunk over the head. Just delays.
delays.
All right, let's
Now
move
with
on.
You got Biden memes in here? When someone makes a Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out in 2077, joke for the millionth time. Will you shut up, man?
The moment they released the title of the game, this joke came to life.
It's going to be like Half-Life 3. That's what it's going to
Yes.
be. right?
Yeah, it will be Half-Life 3.
Oh, it's a Nintendo guy, yeah?
Yeah, because everybody used his quote. I think the original quote is like a delayed game is eventually good, but a bad game is bad forever or something.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I love
it.
it. This maneuver is gonna cost us 51 years.
Door not rendering properly. You'll get your game when we fix this damn door. What happened? I don't know. He saw his phone and then cried. Poor boy, he surely have received bad news. Maybe someone died. Guessing this is... Yep.
That yellow screen, no,
Okay.
no, I can't see it.
Oh my god. I died a little inside watching this episode live.
Yeah, that episode was so bad.
Yeah, he promised all of these kids a scholarship, and they're like, "Yay!"
Yes.
And then he's like, "Actually, there's no money for it."
And I think in the end he gave them cell phones or computers
I don't
or
know, something.
tablets.
He tried to do something. Yeah, he
Yeah.
tried to make it right. Oh, good old Michael Scott.
Another
Right.
The Office one.
Me casually browsing running on the
Yeah,
7th
that's pretty good.
of
That's pretty
October.
good. Oh yeah, scary.
No! Stop it!
They printed it and just stuck that in there. Oh my god.
The release of Cyberpunk be like,
Oh geez, one of those. This is terrifying. This is bringing SnowRunner stump. memories
Oh
right
shit.
back.
I hope it won't be that
Lens.
that awful.
Oh god, I was at your age when it was delayed for the first time. Oh my god.
Oh my god. 10 December 2077. Look at the bottom of the screen. Oh my god. Okay, that one is nice.
10 December 2077.
We did it.
Please release it. We did it. We time traveled a bit to watch here. Let me ask you, that guy over there.
We time traveled to what year? Let me ask that guy over there.
What is the release date of Cyberpunk 2017? April 16th. We are in
The
2019.
release date of Cyberpunk 2077, April 16th. We're in 2019.
That's a good way
God.
to keep track of time. Like,
Yeah,
probably
no
be a movie
kidding.
about it eventually. Maybe Bill and Ted 4, I guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be a really cool cameo because Keanu Reeves is Johnny Silverhand, so that would be an interesting idea.
I mean, he cameo with himself. Well, you essentially in a time travel movie, you have to play yourself anyway because of time.
Yes.
So there you go.
Time loops.
Oh, we
Parks.
got a little Parks and Rec. Let me just say from the bottom of my heart, my bad.
My bad.
Oh,
I
this
just read that in Chris Pratt's voice.
I know, right?
I feel for them right now.
the PR team.
Objects in the mirror.
No!
Then they appear. That's like a Jurassic Park right there.
What's his name again?
Just classic Reddit.
Toby?
Oh, I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
it Toby
maybe.
Maguire, I think, yeah.
Okay, I agree with this one. This one is true.
James top tier. Yeah, this
Memes
one
are
what I'm
dope.
talking about, like, literally the day before.
Oh my god. From the new released footage.
You can see here is October. Let me open it. It's October 26th. Someone was asking full confirmation.
Natural disaster.
They said that, and it was so certain. And then next day,
Could you also make a meme from Cyberpunk? Yeah, with this yellow card, the card from the devil, I call it. You can make a lot of memes with this one. Oh, and this dude is also famous now. Everybody uses his example. He asks CD Projekt Red of Cyberpunk, "Can I take a day of work? And the game will not be delayed anymore, right?" He asked something like that. And they said full confirmation. And one day later, this fucking thing from the devil, this yellow thing from the devil, normally you would imagine hell would be red, but I can tell you the hell is yellow. It's just yellow because of this card. So yeah, they're still laughing and they are like, oh shit, we make a mistake.
21 days delay.
Did they know new consoles were coming out when they said that?
So I hope this guy didn't take a day of work, because in some workplace you can do that only once and don't cancel it anymore.
No, this is the problem is on the... This one is a really classic as well. Me in 2077 reading about how Cyberpunk 2077 is getting delayed again.
These memes are top tier. I gotta say, that's a really good edit of like the Photoshop guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? The stock image dude. Okay, your game ran into a problem and needs to be delayed. We're just optimizing current gen consoles. 0% complete.
Aww.
You see this original video of this guy?
Yeah, well, it's a Turkish ice cream guy. I know
Yeah.
exactly how these rate because I've had this happen to me in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Your game. Nope, delayed.
The thing they do.
Delayed again.
Nope. Oh, you want your ice cream?
There
No.
you go, your game. Nope.
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 Nope. What?
Okay.
Go to a place like that. All right, delayed.
Yeah, man. Great stuff in Turkey.
I have no idea what the
yeah,
hell that
Indian.
is.
It's an Indian mom here, like grabbing
Yeah.
her daughter. Like, no, you didn't. It's
Look
like a
at this.
Bollywood
Look at this.
video. Bollywood. You killed me. I'm dead. So I want to.
What happened?
right now?
It would be more if the cards would be red and they would release it until 2077. Stupid joke, but that's my thing. I'm not so sure. I think the hell looks like yellow now.
Bench Runner, how are you taking this personally? How are you coping with this person?
I was first of all, first I was like really mad. Then I was sad, and now I'm just, I don't know, frustrated. Let's say.
Yeah, actually, I'm not that mad because now I can make some more videos. But it's still sad because I was really hoping to play this game. But we have to wait a little bit longer because of the peasant consoles. First generation consoles. Oof. Oof.
I'm gonna send you a virtual hug right now through the internet.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, now it just stands like, it is what it is. You cannot, I mean, what's the point of bitch about it and go on the forums and like send death threats to the dev team? Like, what's the
Yeah.
point?
Oh yeah, that's so stupid to send death threats to the dev team. What? That only would make the game worse, or they will get some more delays. Something in those lines. I say to the fans. I mean, oh yeah,
People forgot
yeah.
how to human, and I blame the internet.
Yeah,
So we
probably.
all live in the Amazon age where we order it and we want our next day delivery.
Yes,
Give
exactly.
it to me now.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we're
a
trapped
problem.
inside.
Yeah.
And all we can do is buy.
How to become England's new
Yeah, they are happy. This game is happy now.
I fix.
Damn, I don't hope I will be that old when I play this game. Sad face.
How about we start with you just crying and I ask you what's wrong? Like you're just really
I'm
upset.
not a good
You don't-
fake crier, but that's gonna be
okay,
cringe
you
as
don't have
fuck.
to fake cry. Okay, so now how about you're just sitting
Okay, I want to
and
see
you're,
this.
Like, really upset and I'm just like,
Okay,
what's
just
wrong,
gonna
dude?
sit this like looking
Yeah, you
down, and
don't
I'm
have to
gonna add
cry.
the rain
You-
effect and the
Yes,
evil Morty.
yes. All right, let's do that. Dude,
Wait,
what's up?
what? Hey,
You're not like your normal. You're not like your normal jovial self. Like
I'm
you just look
sad.
like you're
What can I
sitting over
say?
there. You're like a little
So
cloud over
sad.
your head.
A little cloud over
Dude,
your
Alright,
head.
Talk-
I
talk
cannot.
to
I
me.
can't. Sorry. You
Oh,
know.
it would
You know
be
what we
perfect
do.
to match this with the ending where I send you the virtual hug. It brings it back.
You know what we do, especially here in Brazil. Whenever the shit is hard, like it's always hard, we just do memes, and that's what we're here to see. Memes about Cyberpunk 2077 delay. Because what else can we do?
Can do
Yeah,
anything.
because he couldn't fake
Only
cry.
react
He
to
could just
Cyberpunk
real cry on the
videos.
inside, and he's gonna bring you some memes to hold
Alright.
you over.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's watch one about a delay. I think I wanted to see this one. Yeah. The sad music. Oh no. The sad music. Oh. It hurts.
Another day in gaming, another unsurprising story being bandied about the internet as if it is surprising in any way. Unless you've been living under a rock lately, then you probably have heard that the anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed yet again, even after supposedly going gold, and will now be launching even later than what was expected after the previous couple of delays. To those who follow games even badly, this shouldn't be much of a surprise. Games get delayed all of the time, especially large ones that are coming out on multiple consoles at once. While having to wait another month or so for a game that you've already waited for over 3 years for might not seem like a big deal, for some, for whatever reason, it is. Thankfully, this hasn't spawned any sort of mass drop in pre-orders or huge backlash to a seismic degree. But as usual, there are some folks out there who have a massive problem.
I saw actually a lot of people
delay,
that were telling to cancel the delay.
Developer. So what better
Yeah, don't do
opportunity
this.
to talk
Don't do
about
this.
why
That's just
delays are
stupid.
generally a good thing, and why we should be in favor of them taking extra time to polish the game, this time and even another time if need be. A wise man once said, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. That man was Miyamoto, one of the most influential figures in gaming to ever exist. It was his willingness to delay things that actually led to the N64 being itself delayed by several months in an effort to make sure that everything worked correctly.
I love
It's hard
that
to say
console.
what exact things he wanted to work on during those 3 months, but there's no denying that the N64 was an excellent system, and undoubtedly benefited from that delay and that extra little dose of TLC. This is almost always the case with delays. Sure, you could look at some Kickstarters and Indiegogo projects that were arbitrarily delayed to avoid admitting that certain projects just weren't shaping up well and were not going to work out.
Oh,
And
cash
if you
grab.
search for a really long time, you might find a couple of mainstream AAA games that were delayed simply so they could acquire more pre-order sales before launching a bad game. Outliers exist, but the truth is, the vast majority of the time, when a game is delayed, it is for a good reason.
Yes,
CD
that's why
Projekt
I'm
Red
not
has gone
that
into
sad
extreme
about it,
detail
but
with
it still
why they
hurts.
delayed Cyberpunk 2077 this particular time, but they did allude to the fact that there are so many versions being made at the same time, and the fact that a lot of their staff is working from home right now as a big chunk of the reason, and I don't see much of a reason to doubt that. Developing games this large is hard enough on its own. You put a global pandemic and relocation of staff on top of that, you have a pretty weird recipe that could easily result in problems for projects that were otherwise completely on track. They also mentioned in their announcement tweet that, quote, "We are aware it might seem unrealistic when someone says that 21 days can make any difference in such a massive and complex game, but they really do," unquote. And again, I see no reason to doubt this, as the game is clearly in the polishing stages and is currently playable from beginning to end on all of its versions.
Yeah, most of the work is done,
A
so
while back. This brings up another point that seems to have generated a little bit of confusion in the gaming community. While ideally going gold means the game is done and in a playable state, it does not necessarily mean
It's
that there's nothing
polished.
left to do with it from a developer perspective. Anybody who has ever worked in any sort of creative medium can surely understand that. The act of actually finishing something and walking away from it is incredibly difficult. This is especially true after working
we
on
have a
something
saying in
for a very
Dutch
long
that you have to put the dots on the I. It sounds in English really weird, I know. But you know, when you write an I, you first go this, and then you at the last moment put an I on it. That is what they have to do right now.
long time that has a lot of moving parts to it, which Cyberpunk 2077 certainly does. While I'm no fan of games being released on disc that immediately need day one patches, as someone who also creates things for a living, I can totally understand how utterly impossible it is to really feel like anything is ever totally done. Art rarely feels finished to the artist. We absolutely work within a world based on deadlines though, so there is a balance that needs to be maintained between striving for perfection and getting out from under one project so you can move on to the next in a timely manner. And just to be clear, no amount of online harassment or death threats will move things along any faster. The artistic side of game development.
How do you say in Dutch? I'm Thomas. Ik ben Thomas. That's how you say it in Dutch.
Operates the way it does no matter how mad other people are, and the business side of game development also sees no benefit from ridiculous amounts of backlash. Besides, delivering a quality product is something that CD Projekt Red has demonstrated their ability to do multiple times now. Despite their rather long development cycles, the content they do put out is rather excellent.
Just breathtaking.
Nothing if not a distinguished developer in the industry. Still, Cyberpunk 2077 is in a much tougher spot than The Witcher 3 was. While The Witcher only really had to worry about the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC for its launch, Cyberpunk is being made for all of those, plus 3 next-gen consoles all at once. The PS5, the Xbox Series X, and Series S, respectively.
I did not know Dutch sounded like that. That's good you talk more Dutch and stuff. It sounds like German, I guess. Yeah, I actually watched today a German reaction on, dude that was German that reacted on a Cyberpunk trailer. And I actually could understand him quite a lot. I got taught German back in high school, so that makes things a little bit more easier, but Dutch people can understand a little bit of German, you can say. So, yeah. It's not the same language, but you can... Some words look like another. It's the same with English, actually, but more with German.
Feat in and of itself, let alone making sure the game is good. Pulling this off before the end of 2020 is a small miracle in and of itself, considering everything that's going into the project. But even if it does need to be delayed well into 2021, a game like this will be all the better for it. If you absolutely need to get your Cyberpunk fix before December, you do have Watch Dogs Legion to keep you satiated until then.
Only
While
the world
games will
looks
probably
good.
not even compare to 2077 in
Yes,
myriad
that's
ways.
true.
They do exist and have well over a month or so of content to keep you busy until Cyberpunk launches. Perhaps the biggest mistake CD Projekt Red has made with Cyberpunk 2077 is announcing it so far before it was ready to launch. If
Yes, that's the biggest mistake, for sure.
It is that. A marketing cycle that has completely dwarfed the one that Death Stranding went through has kept prospective players on the edge of their seats for far too long. And that has probably contributed to some of the backlash that they've gotten from this most recent delay. People are just tired of waiting, and I think anyone can understand that. But at the end of the day, Miyamoto is still right about a delayed game eventually being good.
Does everyone in the Netherlands also smoke weed a lot? Or is it stereotype? It's stereotype. Only mostly tourists, or I don't know how to pronounce some words. I have problems with some pronunciations. Tourists?
That's it for
And
this
tourists,
video.
mostly tourists go to Amsterdam to do that,
Hit that
yes.
subscribe button and hit the notification bell to ensure.
Okay. Well, nice video, I guess. Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, I'm sad about the delay, but also happy for the game itself, so it releases in a better state. Maybe also for PC, but I think mostly it's for console. Alright. Oh, this one we watched, right?
A lot of different platforms. The one I am...
Yeah. Okay. Let me... let us watch this one.
CDPR content news droughts. I still find you daily info on Cyberpunk for your viewing pleasure. And if you guys do enjoy the video,
Ooh, viewing pleasure.
I can't tell you how much hitting that like button really helps me and the channel out. Also, sub for those daily Cyberpunk videos. So what new info or news do I have for you today? Well, we have a couple of new interviews with CDPR devs. Won't lie though, with the info we have, not much new shiz was spoke about. We have new adverts, new promos like these amazing Adidas limited edition trainers.
That's pretty
new
cool.
magazines, as well as a very strange coincidence seen from footage from years ago which seemingly predicted the release day of Cyberpunk 2077, which people we will start this video off with. Now this was shown to me by my pal My The Life Crisis, who also posts those daily Cyberpunk videos, who if you want to check
I also watch
his
him.
channel can be found linked below. So do you guys remember the 48 minutes of gameplay? The walk
Yes, I remember that.
from about, was it about a year, 2 years ago, probably longer? Not sure now, but it was from some time ago. Well, at the very start we see an instance of a female version of V being selected to play through this playthrough. Check out
and
image you
this.
see on the screen now. This image is literally a snippet from that video. Do you notice anything here, guys?
Date of birth 10/12. And when will the game release? 10/12. Do you also can go anywhere else than just Amsterdam in the Netherlands as a tourist? Yes, you can do that. There are lots of nice places actually. For example, Utrecht or Zealand. Not New Zealand, but Zealand, the Dutch Zealand. Do I ask many questions about the Netherlands? If that's the case, I stop. No, you can ask those questions.
Look at her
But yeah, look at the date of birth.
birth date. You guys see that? The 10th of December. Where else have I seen this? Well, yes guys, it's the day of release of Cyberpunk 2077. Now I know
Hopefully.
some people abroad are thinking, well, this date format reads the 12th of October. Well, CDPR are based in Poland, and that's where this game is mainly being developed.
Oh yeah, Europe dates. Hell yeah. It's so annoying that why can't the world just use one date type? For example, the European one, days, months, years.
Their date
From smallest to biggest, that's just simple.
format is the same as 99% of Europe, and it's the format that reads the 10th of December. So how weird is that, people? Tell me down below in that
Yeah,
comment
that's
section.
pretty creepy.
Okay, so this next one's kind of funny. I think even Google now have come to terms with not actually stating a proper release date for Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, even Google doesn't want to show a release date for Cyberpunk anymore. Even Google, guys, doesn't want to do that anymore. Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
As when you search release date for this game, it just states 2020, which wasn't the case before. Okay, so next up we have an amazing new partnership, which is CDPR and
In search of followers, primes, and views. Hey, what the fuck, man? No. That will be spammed away. Is it spammed away? Yes, it's spammed away. No. Not gonna happen. I don't even trust to click on that link, so.
Adidas, where we see some amazing looking limited edition trainers, and well, in my opinion, these are incredible, but there's only one problem here, guys. They are coming to the Asian market only, so chances of getting these elsewhere are
Why are all the
slim unless you
Cyberpunk
pay
products all
overpriced for
coming
them.
from Asia?
Kind of sucks, I know, as I know many people outside of Asia would love these, me included. Okay, so moving on, and do we have any WWE fans in the building, or is it just me? Well, during the latest Survivor Series show, we saw that WWE and CDPR have joined forces to advertise and
What?
promote this game. To be honest, I didn't expect to see this when watching the show, but it is pretty cool. Okay, so moving on, and next up we have a new magazine with exclusive interviews in. Problem is right now,
Ooh.
the magazine is in Polish only, and there ain't any English translations anywhere I can find. I went to purchase it digitally, but it seems as though you have to be a resident of Poland to purchase it, so that sucks. But hey, if any of you guys are from the beautiful country of Poland and are okay purchasing.
Use a
Be sure to
VPN.
hit me up on my Discord link below and I will happily refund you the money for sure. Actually hit me up on Discord before you purchase it because I don't want to be hit by about 200 people telling me they've purchased the magazine and they want a refund. But the brief description from this new magazine, which is called Pixel, it states a city from the future interviewed the creators of Cyberpunk 2077. So it could hold some new information and it's why I want to get my grasp.
That picture looks so scary to me. Is this arm chopped off, or what are people like actually in the Netherlands? Are they nice, or do they also like bratwurst, like how it's called in Germany? Yeah, they like bratwurst also here. It's not that they hate it, but yeah, they have some things. They have, it's called knackwurst, what they eat here, and that's really popular. From Unox. I heard that people in the Netherlands eat something like sausijzenbroodje. Yeah, that's also really popular over here. But it's a little bit different than bratwurst.
On it.
But damn, look at this image. If you would live in this world, this would scare me, man. I don't want to live in this world where you can end up like this.
Okay, so to end the video, guys, we actually have a new interview in English which we can actually read through.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I won't waste your time and state it's full of new information because it is not. In fact, there's nothing new here I feel you don't already know. The interview is with Patrick Mills and Keanu Reeves, and it's by Collider, which, by the way, I'll link within the video description. There are a few remarks in regards to multiplayer, but they just stay as of right now. They are working on the main game first.
I think this will
but
be the
interview
last
and the
one
article,
because
to me, in
then
my
I have to
opinion,
stop.
it's just more so based on the influences behind the game, as well as them talking a little bit about the original tabletop version of Cyberpunk. Again, in my opinion, there's
Yeah, we
nothing
can maybe
new here,
watch
but if
this
you
one
wanna read
also,
through it all,
and then
you'll find
have
it
to
linked
stop.
below. And that is it, guys, for another news video. As always, anything new drops, I'll have you covered right
you also
here on
eat
my
something like
channel.
cereal in the
subscribe if you're new
Netherlands?
around here and
Yeah,
want
we
more
have that one too,
Cyberpunk.
but not
Also, hitting that
as many sugars as they have in the
like
States.
button really helps me.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's watch this one. Why not?
Chances are you have heard of The Witcher, whether it be from the Netflix show or from the best-selling video game franchise.
Netflix show.
The same
Netflix
company
show.
that created the Witcher series made Cyberpunk 2077, an entirely open-world game placed far in the future where everything that could be customizable is customizable. Let's begin. May 2012, 1 month after the release of The Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition, one of CD Projekt's co-founders announced that they started working on
2012.
Cyberpunk.
Announced that we are working on a Cyberpunk game.
With the new game came a new team entirely separate from their Witcher team, starting out with 50 people. It was clear that
Oh
instead
yeah,
of playing
this
it
was the
safe
video I
and
was
so-
talking about earlier. Oh, I closed my chat. Wait, let me open my chat again. Did I actually? Oh, I actually closed it. I'm stupid. And then I have to go back. Pop. To restream. To chat. Where are you? Chat app. Here you are. Open in browser. Yes, okay, and chat's open again.
Slowly working on The Witcher 3, they were going to turn a pen and paper RPG into a AAA hit on PC and console. Quick refresher. In a pen and paper RPG, players make choices for their characters based on speech. If you've ever heard of Dungeons & Dragons, that's what it is. Sometimes you'll hear them being referred to as a tabletop RPG, but they mean the same thing. The original version of Cyberpunk came out in 1988 as a pen and paper RPG. This same game
It's really
caught the
old,
eye of CD
actually.
Projekt Red. The studio hired Michael Allen Pondsmith, the creator of the original Cyberpunk, as a consultant to help them build an open-world version of his game. He's even actually in the game itself, playing a minor role.
I wanted to take it to the future, and where I took it.
I
was
like this dude, man.
What I loved was the fact that it was
Because of him, we have this game right
combination
now.
of dystopian society, a lot of technology with this really great overlayer.
Maybe I will release this video in 8K 60
Once
FPS.
teams had been assigned and development began, CD Projekt Red decided to simultaneously upgrade their internal engine to Red Engine 3, which would focus more on building an open world. This investment made a lot of sense for them since it would directly help both The Witcher and Cyberpunk teams make their games as stunning as possible. January 10th, 2013, the world gets their first look at
Oh,
Night
the
City.
first trailer.
And although the game was delayed 3 times, they made it clear that the game will not be released until it is fully polished.
When it's ready. Do you also have many cows in the Netherlands and farmers with cows, cheese and milk? That's what the Netherlands are famous for even. Oh, and sorry that I make you hungry, but let me take one of those. Or actually, 2 of those. This is also a thing that we eat in the Netherlands.
As we get more and more used to games being pressured into deadlines, it's somewhat of a breath of fresh air to know that this game will be some of CD Projekt's best work. In an interview with a French publication, CD Projekt's lead cinematic animator revealed when development on Cyberpunk 2077 really began. Although the game was formally revealed in 2013, it was not until 2014 that, quote, the whole
Have you also eaten drop? Yes.
studio
It's
really
not
started
my
working
favorite
hard
candy.
on Cyberpunk 2077.
It depends
The
how strong it
significance
is.
of 2014 is that's exactly when they had wrapped up development for The Witcher Edition, Hearts of Stone. Although the founders said they had split their company into 2 teams, one for The Witcher and one for Cyberpunk, it remained clear that to finish a game like this, they need the whole studio on it. The Witcher 3 came out on May 18th, 2015. Following the successful release, the Polish government granted subventions of $7 million to CD Projekt Red to build out yet another generation of their internal engine, Red Engine 4. Imagine getting $7 million from your government to make a video game look better. It's a pretty awesome move from Poland.
That's insane. That's
The
insane.
final edition of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine was released in 2016, officially making Cyberpunk 2077 the top priority for CD Projekt Red. In June
Oh yeah,
2017,
they worked with the full team for like 4 years on it. And with a small team for like 8 years.
developers announced that unidentified persons have stolen preliminary designs of Cyberpunk and were holding them for ransom. They stole from the wrong guys because the developers said firmly that they would not give in to their demands, especially because the files that they stole were outdated and didn't represent what Cyberpunk 2077 would really look like. Exactly a year later, we got our very first look into Cyberpunk gameplay, a gameplay trailer and an official introduction to Night City at a surprise premiere at Xbox E3 2018. With the excitement mounting, CD Projekt Red announced the opening of a brand new studio in one of Poland's most technically savvy cities. Although the news of the office didn't come with any information about gameplay, it was obvious that CD Projekt Red wanted to give as many resources as they could to further Cyberpunk development. With the successful announcement at E3 previewing V and Night City, CD Projekt
Are you now
became
into
one of the 20
college?
largest
Yes,
companies
I'm in
the
my
Warsaw
second
Stock
year.
Exchange. By the end of the year, Cyberpunk had already won over 100 awards. In complete secrecy, CD Projekt began implementing star actor Keanu Reeves into their game.
And nobody knew
I say
about this.
secrecy
Nobody
because they
leaked
actually
this.
used a code name, Mr. Fusion, to make sure that the announcement at E3 the next year was a true surprise. Mr. Reeves requested that his screen time be doubled and recorded his lines in 15 days. Last year, Nvidia partnered with CD Projekt to achieve ray tracing in full time. If you don't know what ray tracing is, it's essentially a
Wow, that
rendering
looks so
technique
nice.
to realistically
I want
track
to buy
light.
a new graphics
Now,
card
the moment that made everyone talk about
just
this
for the
game.
ray tracing.
Keanu Reeves announces that he'll be playing one of the main characters in Cyberpunk. It truly was a surprise as Keanu Reeves delivered his short speech and the famous "You're breathtaking" line back at a fan.
The feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
You're all breathtaking.
Johnny Silverhand will look and sound exactly like Reeves, as if this game couldn't get even more hyped.
Samurai,
Hype levels are
we have a
this
city
high.
to burn.
Oh my god, it's Keanu Reeves.
Unfortunately, in 2020, well, Saying something is unfortunate in 2020 is kind of just like saying the sky is blue, but Cyberpunk has been delayed for a grand total of 3 times. April 16th, it was announced that CD Projekt needed more time to do gameplay
Over
testing,
more in
fixing, and
college.
polishing.
So after this year, 2 more to go. Oh yeah.
On September 17th, they announced that they needed additional time to balance the game and fix bugs.
Now, my eyes burn.
On October 5th, the game had gone gold, which means it's ready to play from start to finish.
Yeah.
November 19th,
No.
they said they were having compatibility issues and had to test 9 different versions of the game, like Xbox versus PC and PS4 versus PS5.
It burns.
The new
My
release
eyes.
date is December 10th. For all
It
those
makes me
eager and
blind.
anxious about the release date, chances are you've complained about a bug in a game. These delays are to ensure you don't have those complaints. Stay safe, and I'll see you for more Cyberpunk content.
Alright, that was the last video for today. How long have we been live for? We are live for 1 hour and 16 minutes. So yeah. Wait, let me... I don't have a full screen thing yet. But... let me read the last question, or one of the last questions. And let me put on some music that I found that is non-copyrighted, and that's I closed that. Okay, then there will be no music anymore. Okay, so wait. Nice roommates in the college, by the way. Yeah, I like them quite a lot. Especially the dudes that I have to do internship with. But yeah, I think this will be the end of the stream. Wait, can I maybe end off with a little bit of music just to make it a little bit more professional? I think, was this his name? No. Wait, I have to go to this channel.
If you're not
yeah.
familiar with
I found
Fiverr,
it.
which I feel like most of you are, if
Oh yeah, here it is. Stream it up. Let's find a nice song in here to end the stream with. Okay, yeah, let's end with this. I don't know how loud it is. It's probably a little bit too loud. Alright guys, this is the end of the stream. I will see you until the next time. Goodbye.